Hi guys, it's album review time. Before I get onto that, I want to say a huge thanks to Images of Eden, the American metal, progressive metal band. Sent me this t-shirt. It's off their recent tour, Weathered and Torn. It's got tour dates on the back, which I can't really show you, but it's amazing. There you go. Thank you very much to Images of Eden for sending me that. Check out the Weathered and Torn EP from last year. Amazing stuff. So, Supremacy and Influence. That's the album we're going to talk about today. Came out just this Friday, yesterday, June the 30th on Lions Pride Music. This is a Colombian melodic rock AOR with some metal overtones band. It's really hard to describe them. This is an amazing album. It's a little bit proggy at times as well, not too much. You guys know I'm not a massive full prog fan, but when bands just inject a little bit in, it just does something for me. Amazing stuff. This is the second album from this band. Didn't know they had another album out. It came out 8 years ago. It's called Leaders. Straight away, this is one of my albums of the year. Let's just get that out of the way. This is one amazing listen. It's not too long either. 9 tracks of brilliance. It really is. So in the band is Gus Monsanto on the lead vocals and backing vocals. What an amazing vocalist, man. Amazing. Just amazing throughout. He's so melodic. His vocal lines are brilliant. He sounds absolutely amazing. He's got some real strength to his voice as well on a softer side to cover those elements of metal and rock that I've just spoken about. Danny Acosta on the guitar and keys. Man, I mean, I talked about prog slightly just then. And remember, this is not a prog album, but there's little touches. And to be, to have those touches, you've got to be an amazing musician. This guy, Danny Acosta, is, man, what a talent. Some of the guitar playing, I was just blown away. It's amazing stuff. And you've got Paul St. Leon on the bass and keys. There's some great keyboard touches in this, guys. It's a guitar album, but there's some really important elements of keys and synths in there. It's a brilliant mix. It really is. Drummer is Diego Alavido. So him and Paul St. Leon, it's a brilliant rhythm section. I didn't know, because of the album that came out a while ago, for some reason I thought this was a debut. But it almost is if you think about it. 8 years ago, the first album came out. But man, I'm going to have to listen to that, because I don't know what the step up will be, whether there will be one, whether they were this good 8 years ago, but this sounds like a honed in band. Some of the songwriting on here, man, is just amazing. I love every single track on this album, and like I said, it's made it already into my top albums of the year. Remember, there's a long way to go yet, but at the moment, as it stands, it's in my top 10 for sure. I've only heard it once, but it's hooked me immediately, which says a good thing. It really does. I've heard a couple of tracks twice, but most of it I've heard once. So going through the album, and I've got to talk about every track because they're all brilliant. We got Passing Through first, which was an actual reaction I did a few weeks ago.
For the ones who can say, passing through, face of uncertainty.
Man, what a song. I gave it a 10 out of 10. It's a brilliant song, and I still give it a 10 out of 10. The guitars have got a slight Queensryche-esque feel to them. They weave their way through this amazing opener. Really soulful vocals with sort of power and aggression at the right time. No extreme vocals, obviously. None at all on this album. There's a perfect metal groove to this song. There's an instrumental section as well that is just mind-blowing. What a start. Then we move on to Mr. Big Shot. This features Bruce Kulick, ex-Kiss, obviously. A slight AOR feel to this one, and straight away there's a different feel to the opening track, but we do get that feel throughout the album now. You sort of get tinkering synths at the start. Again, some amazing, brilliant technical guitar wizardry throughout, but never overshadowing the melody of the song. A huge chorus that sees those synths again, giving you an almost stadium-filling track. My Time is the next track.
I believe that it's my time to live from the ground.
An excellent AOR track, a future single surely, although most of this album could be a future single, to tell you the truth. The melodic side of the band is in full force here, taking their 80s influence and giving it to us in spades, but with their modern touch as well. Man, this should be on the radio for sure, but radio is shit. Let's just face facts, so probably not. It's so catchy. Dance for Me is the next track, a groove-laden riff, and it's got to be if it says Dance With Me. It kicks in and then you get some slide guitar. So the band mix things up. All of a sudden instruments are introduced. I've got to get into some more later, but man, what a fun track. Sunset Strips vibes are all over this track. Party music, if ever there was some. Some amazing technical wizardry on the guitar here as well again. Guitar heroics for sure. Dancing with the Devil is the next track. And again, I said, you know, we got them surprise sort of things coming in because it's like an AOR metal album. Then you get a bit of slide guitar. Well, this is a surprise. You get saxophone. I think it's sax, but synths are so clever these days. It's probably a synthesizer that sounds just like a saxophone, but it kicks this one off and well, I fucking love it, man. I love this song. Beautiful melodic rock leads to an absolutely huge chorus. One of the hookiest tracks you'll ever hear. Maybe a bit of Toto here as well, I would say, in an excellent AOR proggy feel to the instrumental section. So original sounding though. Then we move on to Sirius.
Sirius has mysterious ways in me. It's all there for.
This is actually a single as well, a single release. A riff that gives you me slight TNT Intuition vibes, and we get a cool AOR vibe again. A very cool bass line drives the track, and those brilliant picky guitar melodies sit side by side with the synths. It's amazing stuff. Another massive chorus. No filler here, guys. And then we move on to Dream of You. This is a slow to medium paced song. And yeah, nostalgia, man, which does a few times, kicks in listening to this album, but right here, it feels like I'm 17 again, man. 1987, what an amazing track. It's like MTV is the time when MTV ruled the airwaves. So catchy, a beautiful ballad in nature, if you like, although a little bit more up-tempo than a usual ballad. This is how you write a hit, and it's also effortless. They do it time and time again because it's hit after hit on this album. Sin Paradise is the next track. A slight resemblance to You Give Love a Bad Name, that sort of ding, 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 sort of riff. Only slightly though, with that catchy, chuggy riff. An AOR chorus that again is so hooky, unbelievably hooky. Where the fuck has this band come from? As I got to this stage in the album, I was thinking, man, what's happening with music? It's just this year, last couple of years have been amazing. The sort of lush backing vocals in this track, they come in and out and produce another delicious, catchy song. And then we move on to the last track. Like I said, it's not a really long album, 9 tracks, and none of them are particularly long. That's a good thing because it almost leaves you wanting more. So Indigo Children is the last track. After some political sort of newsreels at the beginning, an excellent J.K. Lee-esque riff kicks in. The album's like bookended with the band showing more of their metal side, I would say. This is metal that is just full of melody though, of course. A slightly proggy feel again to this, proggy and AOR at the same time, with some mind-blowing guitar work. Guys, what an album. Supremacy, Influence. June the 30th it came out. So it's available everywhere now on Lions Pride Music. Totally guaranteed, guys. Let me know if you're gonna get this album, if you've already got it, what you think of it in the comments below. I'll see you soon.